plant that was actually easy because all I was doing was driving, but got a really good drag. As you can see, very good soil exposure there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get to planting. I've got some Sunn Hemp and some iron clay cowpeas. I'm gonna get those down first because they use the same inoculant. So I'm going to inoculate those, get them down, and then I've got a few other varieties of seed. I've got some sunflower, some buckwheat, and I might put down a little bit of Milo. And so the objective here again, I mean, obviously I want the attraction for the wildlife, but my biggest objective is to have a legitimate thatch to plant into come September. So like right now, this, even when I mow this down, it's not going to do much as far as seed and soil protection. So obviously I'm going to get the seed down and then I'm going to drag again to get it covered, come back tomorrow and mow. But what I want is a consistent crop in here, something that's tall enough and consistent enough to broadcast into and then mow down over. So that's the point. Like, I know it's about 60 days until I'll be back. I know nothing's going to reach maturity and all that, and that's not really what I'm looking for. I just want it to be tall enough to be able to broadcast into and mow. So I'm going to get this seed inoculated. Use the cowpeas, my Sunn Hemp, and then and my inoculant. So I'm gonna get this taken care of, throw it in the Hui Man, and get to rolling. So start getting some of these soil amendments down. I'm just gonna test this thing real quick just to make sure it's not clogged up or anything. What did I do here? All right, good to go. All right, so I know there is a fair amount of controversy and a zillion different opinions, legitimate or not. I've had pretty good luck with liquid lime. I think a lot of the confusion lies around the composition of the product, right? So, in pelletized lime and ag lime, calcium carbonate is what actually is responsible for the chemical reaction. And I'm not a chemist, but long story short, that's what interacts with the molecules in the soil to change the acidity. It's calcium carbonate. I'm sorry. There are some other products out there with different calcium compositions, but not the calcium carbonate. And I think that's where a good amount of the confusion comes in. So liquid lime for me is not the end all be all. As you saw yesterday, I put down about 200 pounds of pill lime on this plot. But the liquid lime does work relatively fast. So while that pill lime is, waiting for rain to get in there and so it can do its thing, the liquid lime is kind of doing that in the interim. And then when the liquid lime, because this soil is so sandy, leaches so bad, as the liquid lime starts to, kind of run its course and reach its max, at that point, I'm hoping that's when the pale lime will kind of start to take effect and give me a little bit longer result wise. So, and so far that's been working for me. So these plots started at about 4.5 or 4.7 pH, and they are both up to 6.1. And this is my second or third time using the liquid lime, but all the rest of my lime applications have been pelletized lime, and I've put down a lot. So this right here is micronutrients. So it's got your magnesium, manganese, calcium, zinc, boron, etc., etc., etc. So I'm gonna get a good because those also on the soil test. I keep saying I'm gonna show that soil test, but I haven't yet. But those also on the soil test were like damn near in the negative. So a lot of work to be done there. I'm gonna put down some liquid humic acid as well. And all this is just in the name of improving the quality of this soil, because it has a long way to go. It's made some improvements, but still a pretty long way to go. Right. And the last thing I'm gonna get down is liquid fertilizer. So the thing I like about the domain crank and freight train is that it obviously can be used as a foliar application, but it's also designed to be, it can be used as a soil drench, which for me will be good to kind of get these, once these things start to germinate, get everything off to a good start. Yes, I have cowpeas and I have Sunn Hemp in here. Yes, they are legumes. Yes, they make their own nitrogen. Completely understand. I am still going to add, I'm doing a gallon of these, maybe 20-gallon tank. So I'm still going to add nitrogen because I also have buckwheat, sunflower, some Milo. There's a couple other things in here that I kind of just want to get everything a really good boost and get it up quickly. All right. drive around, just make a few passes just to let this, because I left my paint mixer, just to let this kind of slosh around and get mixed. I'm gonna make a few passes and then start her up, see what we can get done. Stay tuned. All right, 4th of July, and it is time. It's about to happen. Let you see what I got going on here. Yes, gonna start with these little festival balls just to warm it up, and then move on to the big dogs, the Blastmaster 24 canister shells, the big dogs. Gotta love it. It's on. All right, here we go. Go for a double. It's the big boys. Go for a double. Yes. Yes. Big boys. All right. It's my last 4. We're gonna go out with a bang. I'm gonna go out with a bang. Like my little buddy said, we'll risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Let's go. All 4. All 4. Yes. Yes.
Fire in the hole! Woo! Woo! Yay! How do you feel about setting off numerous amounts of explosives in a short duration?
Well, you know, this year was a big year for us. You know, last year we did a little something, and this year we had to go a little bit bigger, right? Because he's a year older, you're a year older, so we had to go a little bit bigger. Next year we're gonna go even bigger than that. But I just want to let you know, it's on.
It's on. It's on. Yep. Okay, great.